let's get into a bit of tile set animation. I know we've already talked about tile sets and the brush builder and the auto tiling, which is a great tool to sort of have a generation of your map without too much editing. But we're going to create tile animations or animations from our tile set that we can place in the world background. And these are different from objects because they won't all have their own object asset. And I know my world is not going to be as big as yours, but you know, I have my birdhouse and my tree and whatever else I put in there, it's kind of adds up. So this is kind of like a nice way to add features without building out all those objects. So I brought in my tile set. I ended up scaling it up so it would fit with my Kiwi because he's like 90 by 50 pixels, which is, you know, another reminder to make sure you're scaling your sprites up or down. Make sure you're just scaling them appropriately. But I created this tile set, which I'm gonna make a brush and auto tile from, which you guys already know how to do. But now I have a new tile set called Island Animation, and this is gonna be exclusive, like building a library of just the animations. So click on the tile animation, assuming that everything is gridded out nice and even, and it's gonna open up this box. So here we are essentially adding animations from this tile set, and it's going to build a library for us. So let's go to add animation, and I'm going to start with this wave. So it goes, wave comes in, falls out, comes back in. The one downside to this tile set animation is you're limited by a preset number of frames. So 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on. There is a sort of workaround. If you have a different number of frames, I would round up to whatever number is closest to the number of frames you have. So you see I have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go for 4. And I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. So now that I've selected my number of frames, I'm going to start with big wave, medium wave, small wave, and that's it, right? But I'm going to go back, medium wave, boom. And then just setting my FPS low so I get this nice gentle sort of rolling in and out. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and put it into fast forward, so get all my animations done and build out my library. Let's rename this Flame Loop. And now I'm going to get these into the world. First, I'm going to just go ahead and make a quick auto tile from this, probably a 16 tile. And then, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've already started to place down some of my auto tiles and animation from my tile set. I've also reorganized some of my layers, or my tile set layers. I'm going to end up deleting some and then putting everything I'm keeping into a folder. And I'm making sure that they're layered, you know, in a particular order so one overlaps the other. Making sure my deep water is below my shallow water. Then comes my sand, and then comes the land, and then comes the wave animation. So let me show you what that looks like. So a lot more dynamic than what we had going on before. I'm going to make sure I have wave tile set, and you might notice I have this little effects, magic wand effects that is grayed out, and I want to talk about that too, because I was trying to make it blend in with the background, which we'll see. So how I'm placing my tiles, I'm just going over, making sure that animation tile set is assigned to this tile set layer, and then grabbing the particular animations and placing them all along my coastline. So pretty easy, pretty tedious. And then eventually I'm going to add in shallow areas for the water, and then deep areas. So that's kind of it for the waves. Let me go ahead and just place a couple more, and I'll fast forward so you can see what's going on. Okay, so that should cover it for my waves. Oh, I think I missed one down here. No big deal. But I'm gonna go and add in my shallow water, and I'm gonna reorganize my map so it kind of resembles the island that the kiwi is from. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll get back to it. Put in now when I play, let's go ahead and play this. Actually, I'm gonna have to get rid of the viewport for this one. So you should be able to see that there's a little bit of this, I don't know, like color pollution, because in that wave animation we made from the tile set, it was this dark blue color. It wasn't planning on being next to this light blue color. So I'm gonna go in. What might make this easier, actually? So we add a shallow right here. Cool. We're going to go into our wave tile set, so the one that has that dark blue, and let's select blend. There's a lot of different, there's a lot of cool effects you can play with. Even, where's that, clouds, where you can get moving animation. So you don't necessarily, like, it could be just a solid black block that you make, like a simple sprite. But you can add a lot of cool effects here. So I'm going to use blend. And try subtract. Nope, I should have known that. that's a little bit better actually. So I think I'm going to keep that. The only other option would be to go in and get rid of the, like change the color of these. So maybe I'll do that. But until then, I'm gonna start putting my world together a bit. Let's get our Kiwi, our instances back up. And I'm just gonna start building out a real world instead of this like test world that we're doing. All right.